Good morning, and thank you for coming. I want to welcome you to the medal lecture and want to introduce Lukas Müller. We are doing kind of an interview-style presentation, so I will ask you after the first few questions that you think of questions you want to ask Lukas Müller. I just want to introduce Lukas Müller to you. He is a former ski jumper, a three-time junior world champion from Spittal and Drau in Austria. He experienced a life-altering accident that resulted in a broken neck at the level of C6-7 and then paraplegia, leaving him confined to wheelchair. Despite this devastating setback, Lukas Müller embarked on a remarkable journey of recovery, eventually learning to walk again despite incomplete paraplegia. His story of resilience extends beyond his physical challenges. He also faced a significant battle against Austria's largest sports association, highlighting the struggles athletes face after life-changing injuries. Through his perseverance, Lukas Müller became a symbolic figure for the Wings for Life World Run, inspiring many with his determination and strength. He now lives in Salzburg, becoming self-employed as a state-certified investment advisor, and completed his training as a ski jumping instructor. He also has been studying sports law and management while working, and sports-wise he started to play wheelchair rugby and monoski bob. At the Wings for Life World Run 2022, he participated in the wheelchair and achieved most remarkable and respectable 34 kilometers before the pacer car reached him. And last year, he participated on crutches, and he aimed at 1 kilometer before the pacer car reaches you, but you managed to do 2.4 kilometers before the pacer. Well, that's something. So please welcome Lukas Müller.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation. Thank you.
Thank you for coming. I just wanted to start with questions and want to ask you, how has your career as a ski jumper influenced your attitude towards rehabilitation and recovery?
I think my career was a booster for quite everything, because I didn't start as a ski jumper, but with 3 years of age I was an alpine skier, switched to water skiing, and then eventually landed at ski jumping. And when you grow up with different kind of sports, you're developing a kind of mental strength in your early years. And of course, a sports career has its own ups and downs. And I also experienced injuries before my spinal cord injury. I broke my collarbone, for example. And of course, winning is nice, but when you're dealing with defeats and setbacks, this is what builds character, and this is also what helps you in severe situation, as I experienced in 2016 when I broke my neck.
And you experienced some mental strength, and how important you think is mental strength and resilience in your everyday life? What strategies do you use for mental strength?
Yeah, I'm reminding myself when I had my setbacks, and losing, as I mentioned before, is not nice, but it will help you, and it will develop overcoming in certain situations. And for me it's always about the little victories, those victories which nobody else sees, which are maybe invisible. For example, from my chest downwards I have no feeling of temperature. When there is a region of my body, when I or where I feel temperature again, this is, for me, it's insane, because it's a progress for me, which I can use for my everyday life. And also when I was able to move a toe, to send signals from my brain to my foot, I knew everything is possible. And these little victories combined are making a progress, physically and psychologically.
At what point did your motivation come back to fight back?
I think my motivation never left, because you have to imagine I crashed on the ground, and 30 seconds later I was waiting for the first responders, and I knew at this point either I'm in a medical shock situation or I'm at the beginning of a very long journey. Today we know what it is, and 2 hours after this I was in the surgery room. A day after this I was waking up from the surgery, and the doctor was coming, telling me what they did. And yes, I think when thinking about the medical support, I was really lucky. And this might sound strange when seeing in what situation I am, but still I call it lucky.
What are the key lessons you have learned from your athletic career in terms of mental strength?
As I mentioned before, the little victories. Because when you're valuing those little victories, you create a situation of more satisfaction over the years. And you're focusing on not what is gone, but what is coming back, and regaining certain abilities, like the ability to move my feet, to stand up, to walk with crutches. Okay, yes, these are milestones, but the first things after waking up from the surgery were, am I able to eat again independently, or I'm sleeping on my stomach, and for those who are sleeping on the stomach, it's very nice to do so. But the first weeks, I was just able to lie on the back, and being able to turn around in the bed for the first time. Yes, also this was a milestone at this time.
During rehabilitation, what treatment methods and therapy methods have you found particularly helpful?
I think I have to mention the Lokomat. The Lokomat is a robotic walking device where a patient is fixed into, and this robotic walking device walks with you. And this combined with the possibility to walk in water, I think this was responsible for regaining the walking ability. And also later in the next rehabilitation times, I used the exoskeleton, and it forces you to walk quite beautiful. Otherwise, the device is denying everything. And I think these two combined, are responsible for standing up and walking today.
How has your experience and your personal way changed your perspective on spine surgery and its advancements?
Of course, sometimes I'm connecting certain accidents to a spinal cord injury, which is not that great, but yes, it happens. But I know that every second day in Austria there is a new patient, unfortunately, and I think we have to introduce these patients in their new world at the one hand, but on the other hand, we have to tell them it's still alive. And you're not dead, because I thought breaking my neck is a death sentence, and I'm really happy to be wrong about that.
What advice would you give the others who are in a similar situation and are facing the physical and psychological challenges of your injury?
Since this is a complete change of your life, it is important that you connect with others. of course, at first with doctors and therapists and people around you, but then connect with other people with spinal cord injuries, because they have more experience, and also I am learning from them today. Although it's about 8.5 years since I'm in a wheelchair now, but you can learn so much from others, and every spinal cord injury is different. Everyone has to deal with different missing body functions, and the connecting, especially for new patients, I think this is essential for them to get back on the happy way of life.
How has your view of risk and safety in sport changed? Is there anything you can do for prevention? Or is it just fate?
I think it hasn't changed at all, because in general I would say sport has become a little bit more secure. Because just compare ski jumping in the 70s and 80s to now, because they were jumping without a helmet, and this is, in today's times, it's insane. And of course we have some death casualties about cycling. I think there was something in the last weeks, but you can also have an accident on the streets when you're walking or when you're driving around, and it might not be even your own fault. So 100% security will never be achieved, but I think we are all working about that.
For improvement. I now want to take the chance and ask the auditorium if there are any questions for our medal lecturer concerning his personal or physical way.
I don't bite, so you can ask some questions.
Maybe I have a question.
Yeah.
What do you think is the difference coming from sports, having a sports injury, than maybe an accident in the work, from the attitude of the person?
When coming from sport, you have a massive advantage in terms of rehabilitation, because you know what training is, and you take every therapy as a training. So this is nothing what is quite new for you, but you're training some other regions of your body. And of course, you bring some mental strength with you. But I think this advantage could have everyone, because I don't talk about being a professional athlete. I'm talking about doing some hobby sports, or including sports in your daily life. It's about the progress you make learning to know your body and how it reacts in certain situations. And of course, sportsmen might deal a little bit better with such injuries, but I think this advantage could have everyone.
You mentioned communication as being very important, communication with other peers and patients. Did you experience some problems maybe in communication with the doctors, or do you have some advice for the surgeons here also, how to communicate after such an injury?
I think in my case I didn't have almost nothing, almost no problems, but I know from some other people that some doctors were not that honest in terms of what happened with the patient, and sometimes they used not so constructive language. And I think it's important to be honest to a patient, and that you're encouraging, because a patient after a spinal cord injury starts at point zero, and everything what moves the patient away from this point zero is like a victory. And with using the therapies to the fullest, you have the possibility to move yourself away. And this is, I think, something what patients must keep in mind.
Very important message, yes. Communication is very important.
We have a question coming up.
Thank you so much for witnessing and being a testimony for the Wings for Life run, which we at EUROSPINE, we have a team, we run every year.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, and thanks to you and your colleagues for promoting
4th of
this.
May 2025.
So I would encourage everyone to donate and to run and to promote this incredible activity. But I was going to ask you, as you are part probably of a network of patients, what are the real hopes that you bear for the future towards our profession? Whether it be rehabilitation, exoskeletons, research into spinal cord injury, what are the real hopes? Can you tell us, please?
Since I'm an ambassador for the Wings for Life World Run, I'm a little bit connected to the progress they hopefully made, or they are hopefully making. And I'm watching this closely, what happens. And yes, I know that there will be no cure tomorrow, but I still believe that there will be a cure in the future, even when that means that we have to wait 5, 10, 20 years. But the most important thing is that there are people, clever people, who are trying to find the cure, to do the research, and to try out things. Because this is also what I did. I just tried to first move my feet, move myself, try to switch into the wheelchair. And so the whole thing is about trying. Because you start at zero and you don't know where your life will bring you. And so just try it out. And this is also what I think about the Wings for Life World Run, that the research which is possible will bring us to a cure.
Big improvement. I think these are very good closing remarks. We want to thank you a lot for being here and sharing your experience and your thoughts. And please give a big hand.
Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you very much.
A real inspiration for personal and physical
Thank you very much. I would stand up too, but it's not that easy.
Well,
thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah, I want to give you a recognition
Thank you
for being part of our
Thanks for coming.
EUROSPINE
This is
2024.
a special cake for you.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
Something sweet.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Chocolate makes everything better.
Yeah, it's soul food. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just have a smile to the photographer.
Smile.